Welcome in, 8 minutes past the hour. It is the Rick and Bubba Show's kickoff hour. We are live, and we thank you so much for tuning in to the Rick and Bubba Show. Good time, gang. We are settling in, ready for another day. Rick, Bubba, Adler all join us right after top of the hour for the main show, and then we're off and running. It's a short week for most of you because you have Thanksgiving off. Some of you working on Black Friday. It's going to be a Rick and Bubba replay on Thanksgiving, and then Helmsy will host a best of on Black Friday. So if you're out and about, shopping, doing whatever, I know a lot of you are already doing that. Make sure you're tuning in to the Rick and Bubba Show. All right, let's bring them all in. To my left is Greg, and to my right, it is Helmsy. What's up, boys? How are y'all?
Boys.
Hey.
What's happening?
Yep.
How are y'all?
Good. We are doing well. In a couple of hours from now, we'll have Charles Barkley join us. They are part.
Chuck.
Yeah, they are part of the Kerry and Gary Challenge. You know, it's Iron Bowl week. It's rivalry week for most schools. I know you got the Egg Bowl, you got the Iron Bowl, you got all these bowls going on, and it's in-state rivals, and they're going to do that as well with the ALS Association. You know, I was talking to them yesterday, and we've learned more about ALS in the last couple of months because of our good friend Jordy Henson, and we're in it. And so we're going to talk to Charles because he's part of the challenge to see how much the Alabama fan base and the Auburn fan base can raise for ALS, and so we'll talk to him about that. And scheduled to appear is Cornelius Bennett tomorrow. If you're listening live, that's Wednesday, to represent Alabama. So that is going on today. We look forward to that. Plus your phone calls, 866-WE-BE-BIG is the number. And I got to tell the two of you something because we've promised the audience today is
Gobble, gobble.
at some point. I'm just telling you. And I think you just got to embrace it and move on. You know, not let the little things affect your day.
I'm going to move on. Don't know I'm going to brace it.
You're going to move on to your office?
Yeah.
Move right on.
Oh, man. Last night was a rematch of the Super Bowl, and the Eagles defeated the Chiefs 21-17. And I understand it kind of came down to the wire, and the Eagles defeated the Chiefs. And so they got a little bit of revenge from the
Watched
Super
a little
Bowl.
bit. Nasty weather.
Yeah, it looked pleasant, didn't it?
It did. But you know, I'm gonna check in and see how my dad Joe Buck's doing.
Yeah.
How my dad?
He sounded good last night.
Yeah.
And I saw Kelsey score a touchdown.
Yeah.
And that's when I was wondering if Taylor Swift was there. Mm-hmm. And they didn't go show her.
Yeah.
Now, she's down in Brazil.
Yeah, so she wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
But it looked like an
Jason.
exciting game, like an exciting Monday night football game.
Will it be the Super Bowl? Will they both be back in the Super Bowl this
I don't
year?
know. That's
It's
tough.
a long way off, huh?
Yeah. It really is. You know,
What was that?
it's a long way off. So if I have this right, because I was they announced earlier in the week that Taylor Swift was not going to be there because of a reschedule of a concert
Why do
in
we have
Brazil.
every week they have to weigh in on whether or not she's
Why
in
do you
the
think, Greg?
Good.
It's Taylor Swift.
But I know
That's
all
right.
the Swifties are going to get me dialed in here. But if I understand it correctly, she had a concert down in Brazil, and they had to stop the concert or reschedule because it's such a heat wave down there. Did we have a fan
They did
or
have
someone in the
somebody
crowd
die.
pass away from heat exhaustion?
I don't know what they died from, but they did have somebody.
Well, I
die.
think it was related to the conditions down there, and so this was a reschedule of that postponement. I believe.
Yeah.
If I
Sounds
have that
right.
right.
I don't know.
And that's kind of why she was down there. If you're wondering, because it seems like she's been down there for a week and a half, and that's because you remember Kelsey went down there when he had that bye week. So anyway, that's kind of the latest on that. But last night I got to see just a few snaps. I did see where the Eagles got. Hey, that tush push is. Can anybody? Have you ever seen anybody stop the Eagles?
No.
Now I'm talking about the Eagles.
I wish we'd call
I
it
haven't
something
seen anybody
different.
I did
stop
too.
anybody doing it, but I definitely have not the Eagles. The Eagles get it. I mean, it ain't even close.
They got to the goal line again last night, and Chiefs couldn't stop them. They just pushed on in.
See, I wish we'd rename it.
push.
Who thought that was a good idea?
Well, there's a dance called.
What
the
else?
push.
What else would be a
understand.
hip name? Do you think instead of the tush push?
Well, they're pushing everybody's butt and getting up in there.
Yeah.
See what I mean? See how you just explained that?
Uh-huh.
And it is. How
Is
you
that
do
how
it.
That's
you
a
would like
bank
get up
nine
in
right
there?
there.
Get up in
I
there,
guess.
push,
I
or
don't know.
are we going to say is push in it?
It could be called "How Low Can You Go?" because everybody's trying to get low. The defense is trying to get low.
Okay.
How about let's call it low push?
Low push. I like that.
Low
better.
push.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go with the LP. Low push. Low push.
Low push. On
Low
one,
push.
On one. Hut,
low push.
What about pal push?
Probably not.
Pushing my pal.
Probably not.
Because you may not like the
Probably
guy
steer clear of that one for sure.
Well, I'm just wondering.
They're going to come out with a rule to outlaw it.
Yes, because it's.
I don't know why, but I mean.
Yeah.
Well, they were the first to orchestrate this tush push, and everybody else is trying to emulate it now, and some can't. They can't do it. But it's all about the center and two guards getting underneath.
The Eagles got it done.
They got it done.
TP.
The combination there is something else. Well, maybe that's it. TP.
Yeah.
Hey, the TP, they can't stop it. How about that?
Yeah.
You like that? No?
I think of toilet paper when you say TP.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's true,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, we don't want. Well, it's all related, really.
It really could be, for
Yeah.
sure.
A lot of people calling here. It concerns me. I almost want to go
Well,
unscreened phone calls right out
Grab
of
it
the
up.
gate.
See what happens.
You never know if we're on or
You're
not.
screaming tush push. You never know.
Right.
Grab it.
Yeah. Oh, grab what?
Call.
Okay.
The call,
I didn't know
not the
what
tush.
Okay, I didn't
Nice.
know. Yeah. Unscreened phone calls. You're live on the air.
Yes, sir.
Yay.
I wanted to tell the Good Time Gang that they already have another name for the tush push.
What is it?
What is
What
it?
is
They call it in Philadelphia. They call it the brotherly shove because Philadelphia is the city of
I like that.
Oh, I like. Now that I
Yeah.
like.
I like
I thought
that,
he was
too.
going to say something
Yeah.
like dirty or
I
something.
did
Yeah, I
too.
know. Me too. Did you see how nervous I
Yeah, I
was?
saw you with your hand right there on the button.
I was ready to go. Glad I took that
brotherly
call.
shove. That's a
The
good
brotherly
one.
shove. I
That is
like
good.
that better.
Yeah.
Let's go with the brotherly shove.
I like it.
They can't stop the brother.
Never mind. Just
I
let it
can't.
go.
They can't stop the brotherly shove.
The brotherly
Say it as fast as you can 3 times. Ready, go.
shove,
Ready,
brotherly
go.
shove.
Do it fast.
Brotherly shove.
3 times. Go.
You can't do it one time.
Do
You
it.
mean,
Do
why
it.
I gotta do it 3.
3. Do it. Go.
Brotherly. What?
See,
Shove.
you can't.
Shove.
Do it fast. Ready, go. Brotherly shove. Brotherly
Brotherly
shove.
shove. Brotherly shove.
Rick and Bubba.
All right, folks, you've heard us talking
change
about
that
what
phone for
Relief
me.
Factor
I thought
can
he
do
was
for
like
your
a
pain for
Dalmatian.
several years now. If you struggle with occasional aches and pains due to aging, exercise, everyday living, consider this. Relief Factor is 100% drug-free. It's made up of ingredients that simply help your own body deal with its natural inflammatory response. And we kid you not, Relief Factor is for real. And the majority of people who ordered the 3-week quick start for just $19.95 go on to order more. Try it at relieffactor.com or rickandbubba.com under the sponsors. Why not take care of your holiday shopping now before the crowds and packed calendars make shopping a total nightmare, especially when Raycon is currently offering 20% off everything on their site with select products up to 50%. So beat the crowds and save now because you don't want to miss out on Raycon's early Black Friday sale. Hurry now to buyraycon.com/Bubba to get 20 to 50% off site-wide. That's buyraycon.com/Bubba. Buyraycon.com/Bubba. Attention, all you coffee drinkers. There's a brand new brew that you definitely want to make part of your daily ritual. If you enjoy delicious, good coffee like us, My Coffee needs to be your new drink. It's organic, which is so important because if not, then it contains chemicals banned in this country decades ago. You've heard us talk about MyPillow for years on this show, and now they've got My Coffee direct from the mystore.com website. Go to mystore.com, enter the code Bubba to save 25% off your order of My Coffee, or find a link at rickandbubba.com. A crazy schedule can make it easy to fall back into your old recipe rut, or you could keep mealtime exciting with HelloFresh. Over 40 recipes to choose from each week. There's always something delicious to discover and love. Save on flavorful fall dishes, crowd-pleasing eats, and more when you sign up for America's #1 meal kit. Take 50% off plus free shipping with the code Bubba at HelloFresh.com/Bubba, the code Bubba. That's HelloFresh.com/Bubba or rickandbubba.com under the sponsors. Are you driving an out-of-warranty car? Why would you do that? It's only a matter of time before your vehicle is in the shop costing thousands. Auto repair costs are up nearly 20% from last year. That's 4 times the rate of inflation. And when you enroll in a protection plan through carshield.com/Bubba, you'll be locking in your price as it will never go up. We appreciate their administrators handling all the paperwork, and we get to choose the mechanic we want. They even offer 24/7 roadside assistance, complimentary towing, and rental car options. Save 20% at carshield.com/Bubba. Folks, Field of Greens just may be the healthiest thing I do for myself each day. My family loves it too. It's nutrition the way nature intended. It helps with digestion. I have more energy. I feel better and healthier overall. It's working for me, and if you haven't tried it, I encourage you to give it a try. I promise you're going to love this product. But if for any reason you don't, they'll give you a 100% money-back guarantee. Get 15% off your first order with free rush shipping at fieldofgreens.com. Use the code Bubba, or go to rickandbubba.com under the sponsors.
If you've ever wondered if CBD and other plant-based solutions can help you, well, 90% of customers report better sleep, and 81% say CBD helps with stress and anxiety. If you've been thinking about trying it for a health concern that's not getting better, consider CBD from cbdistillery.com. Visit cbdistillery.com and enter the code Bubba for a 20% discount. No prescription required. That's cbdistillery.com, promo code Bubba, or find a link at rickandbubba.com under the sponsor.
All right, folks, you've heard us talking about what Relief Factor can do for your pain for several years now. If you struggle with occasional aches and pains due to aging, exercise, everyday living, consider this. Relief Factor is 100% drug-free. It's made up of ingredients that simply help your own body deal with its natural inflammatory response. And we kid you not, Relief Factor is for real. And the majority of people who ordered the 3-week quick start for just $19.95 go on to order more. Try it at relieffactor.com or rickandbubba.com under the sponsors.
There's never a wrong time to protect your family, but this fall happens to be an especially good time because you can get up to 50% off a brand new Simply Safe home security system. Simply Safe is comprehensive protection for the whole home with advanced sensors that detect break-ins, fires, floods, and more. Get 50% off any Simply Safe system with a Fast Protect plan. Visit simplysafebubba.com. That's simplysafebubba.com, or visit Rick and Bubba under the sponsors. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
You know how you go into stores and the towels can feel super soft, but then when you get home, they don't dry you? Not my towels from MyPillow. They're really soft, but they really work too. What a concept. They're made with a special ring-spun cotton, making them softer and more absorbent than other towels that are out there. Get a 6-piece set for an introductory sale price of $29.98, and you get the designer premium line for just $20 more. Either way, you save 50% right now on all my towels. So head to mypillow.com/Bubba or find the link at rickandbubba.com.
Rick and Bubba's in Ohio.
Rick and Bubba.
Pass the gravy, please.
Rick and Bubba.
All right, it's 20 minutes past the hour. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Rick and Bubba Show. 866-WE-BE-BIG is our number. We thank you so much for hanging out with us. Rick and Bubba join us right after top of the hour, and the brotherly love is overwhelmingly the email that we're getting that everybody is saying they referred to last night. Your daddy, Joe Buck, said that he didn't call it the tush push. He called it brotherly what, the brotherly push?
Shove.
The brotherly shove. There we go. I for some reason keep wanting to say push, but it's not. Okay. It's a shove.
Brotherly shove. Like
brotherly shove. Yeah.
City of brotherly love.
Yeah, got it.
Got it.
We're dialing it in. It's new to me. I've only learned about it 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So I know a lot of you are excited about today. You've been counting it down.
There we go.
People are talking about it,
Gobble gobble.
and we will play it next.
It's about
I think what you do is, I think if you didn't say anything and we just played it, I'd be fine.
Yeah.
But the fact that you keep bringing it up.
Yeah, well, I'm hyping it up. That's what I do. Great. That one right there.
He loves it.
Yeah. Big Papa can't wait to play Gobble Gobble. Today's the day, buddy. Embrace it. The beard's embracing it.
What if
There
I
it
went
is.
over and erased it from the thing?
It would be
Wished
a sad
you would.
day. I do have it on CD, though.
Hey.
I'd go get it.
Greg, how
Go get
much?
it.
How much to make that happen?
I'll
What's your
do it
price?
for nothing. Because just the fact I ain't got to hear it would be my
I'd like to
life.
donate to the foundation of your choice. Venetia's Foundation,
There you
probably
go.
it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'll work.
That might work. What do you think?
Where's that thing?
How disappointed would you be if you came in
I would
tomorrow and it was not there?
It would.
And I changed it, and under it was, I don't think, I can't remember the last time I had a ding dong, and that was it.
Good night, Greg.
That's in there, buddy. I didn't
I
make it
know,
up.
but good gracious. I'll tell you what, it would take another step, but I would just have to go get the CD and then move on.
Yeah, well.
You know, that's just kind of what we do. There's a number of stories out today that we'll kind of get through. I didn't know this. Well, I'm not going to go there right now. This one here, do y'all love when animals get on the highway? I don't want anybody to get hurt.
I love when animals get on the highway?
Or a
It's a
street,
strange
and then all of a
question. Are you
sudden
talking about
police start having to chase them, and it's a cow or it's
Yeah,
a
I know what
pig
you're talking
or a goat. You know,
You remember that goat that ran around over
yes,
here?
yes.
In Mountain Brook for a while.
Yeah.
I like when he was looking out of the balcony of that building.
Well, New York state troopers had to stop traffic on the parkway due to a runaway cow in the area. The cow was giving them a pretty hard time, too.
Anybody claim the cow?
Yeah, the owner of the cow did advise authorities that they were roping cows, and I guess one of them got away or whatever.
One of them fled the scene.
But before you knew it, the police were trying to get the cow, and it gave them a handle. And I remember in Huntsville one year, and it was the cow. Okay, I'm getting just flickers of memory here. Was the cow's name Bubba or something? And they had a cow. It's on a best of
I don't remember
in our archives that we'll play back.
Don't remember.
And they had a handle, you know, kind of getting the cow back in. But the one in the Birmingham market where we're from is the goat that kept eluding authorities,
for a
and
while.
it would show up all over the place.
Oh, he traveled a pretty big area.
Yeah, people would like video it, like
You talking about old Billy?
running down the sidewalk in some of our little like Homewood and other areas, and then it was like what was it, an abandoned
There was like
or
was a building under
construction?
construction.
Yeah.
You look, and it was up there looking out of one of the windows.
What?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
What you
Just talking about animals and roads.
Yeah.
I hit a turtle the other day. I wasn't happy about it.
You hit a turtle?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You try to split the difference.
I did.
Golly.
I missed
You
it.
better watch out. I'll knock your tire off.
It sure will.
Well, it was
Is it a big
small-
one or a
Nah,
small
it was
one?
medium size. Let's go
Bless his heart.
medium
Do
size.
you think it squirted out or?
I don't
I
know.
try not to hit them.
Well, Greg,
I
that's
tried.
nice of you.
No, I do. I try
Yeah.
not to. 'Cause,
Most
if it's a
probably
rainy day, they'll come out. Which we ain't had many of them lately.
Right.
The
They'll-
problem was I had a
Most
car.
people probably too try to avoid them. That's not something.
No,
that
I
you
do.
Like.
I had a car coming my way, so I couldn't go that way
Okay,
to avoid it.
got
and
it.
the other way to avoid it was very tight quarters on the road, and I
Right.
just heard it splat. It wasn't a good. And for about 20, 15, maybe 15 minutes, I felt bad, and then now I feel bad again because you brought it up. I'd forgot about it.
You know what you got to do to make up for it. Next time you see one, you got to stop and get out and move.
Well, I thought about that, Greg. I thought if I wouldn't have hit it and I'd have seen it, I might have got out and moved it. It crunched. Goodness gracious, it crunched.
Did it?
a
Okay, so
bad
that
one.
didn't squirt out.
Sounded
then.
awful.
Gosh almighty. Greg, mad at you because Terry heard you talking about watching Christmas movies, and you're going to see. And so now she wants to see how many we can watch because of you.
Well, it's Christmas time. Why not? What's wrong with that?
I'm just saying.
We tried last night. I got caught up in
Watch
some.
Almost Christmas. I'm telling you.
It's that's a funny movie.
That
It's
one
good.
lady that gets cussing all
I
the
couldn't
time.
settle on something last night. It's like I need a starting point.
Yeah.
You know, like I
Yeah.
need okay, this is what we need to watch
Right.
first. Let's
Yeah.
knock these out.
Right.
And I just couldn't settle. And we were into some JFK documentary on
Oh,
History
gracious.
Channel.
Really?
Yeah. By the way, so many things about his life I had no idea. Especially early on when he served.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There was an incident where he basically saved he was stranded out in the middle of the ocean. Y'all heard this story about
Yeah,
JFK?
no,
I didn't know this
You
story.
think they made it up, or it really?
No.
So he ain't
Greg,
going to believe anything you say.
well,
so
I
just
mean-
look at me when you're talking.
He him and his basically swam miles.
Greg.
Miles.
Yes. It's remarkable. I can't believe we didn't know about
I've
this.
He
never heard
swam miles
Yes.
in the ocean?
Yes.
Helmsy.
No, I'm serious. Look it up.
Okay.
It's crazy. And then when they were stranded on he was stranded on an island with several
What, he get
other
shot
guys.
down in a plane or something?
I think he was in
boat,
a
got
ship.
sunk?
Yeah. And the bad thing was he thought that if he swam out far enough, the timing of another boat would see him. He swam out like 3 or 4 miles by himself. Nobody saw him. He came back. I mean, crazy story. And then eventually he ends up.
Now, where were you looking at this?
History Channel.
History Channel.
Yeah, you thought it was going to be something that was made up, didn't
I
you?
like the History Channel.
They're running a whole JFK series.
Did you see the Titans that built America?
Well, Greg, that's what's been coming on. The JFK thing's been coming on after that.
Okay.
Oh.
So I've been watching. I love those.
Oh,
The
me
men who
too.
built America, the Titans that built America. I love those shows.
I do too.
And then after that, the JFK thing's been coming on. And Amanda and I
can't
got
believe
locked
it.
up in it on,
You
I
can't
guess
believe
started Sunday night and then maybe even Saturday night when the football wasn't good.
Well,
But I didn't know these stories about him.
Yeah.
Like, you talking about true war hero. Like, I always immediately go to the president, and he was the president that was assassinated, all those things, okay? Who shot
Marilyn
JFK,
Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe. We never talk about the hero he was.
Yeah.
Can I ask y'all a question about Christmas movies? Because I know we get into categories like what's a Christmas movie and what's
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
Okay, like the Die Hard thing. We're not going to go there.
That's not.
All right?
Which is not a Christmas movie.
But what about Daddy's Home?
No.
2.
It's not a Christmas movie.
It's set during
Who?
Christmas. Daddy's Home 2.
Mark
it's-
Wahlberg and Will
the one we
Ferrell.
were just
Yeah,
talking
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
it's-
Mel Gibson
Not the
and
first
John
one, the second
Lithgow. Is it
I
Lithgow?
told you it was
Lithgow?
John Lithgow. That's what I said.
I thought you were actually talking about his real dad.
No,
when he
know,
said
man,
that.
it's
He
not
said
the
Will
guy in the
Ferrell's
movie.
dad.
But it's set during
I
Christmas
did. I
time.
thought
So you
that's what
looked
he was
up
talking
his
about.
real
I
dad.
did. Turns out his name is, what did I say, Roy
something
Farrell?
Farrell, I
yeah.
meant.
Roy
No,
Farrell.
we meant
I didn't know that that's what you're talking about. And then he threw me off because he said Mel Gibson is his dad. I thought I'd said to myself, I bet he was talking about
Mel's
the
Mark
guy in
said,
the
yeah.
movie.
That's funny.
And so I didn't bring it up again.
So, but,
Well,
but
it's glad
guys,
to know who
hey
Will
guys,
Ferrell's real dad is.
it is set during Christmas time. That's the whole point.
Nah, it's
they're
not a
they're
Christmas
there
movie. Yeah,
because
but
they're
that's not a
spending
Christmas-
Christmas together.
Nah, it's not a Christmas.
Because what I can't put that down as a Christmas movie.
Not
I've
really.
watched.
I don't think so.
Maybe an
I don't think y'all have
category.
seen it.
Well, you're right. I have.
Okay,
but
well,
I
see,
don't-
then
I
you
don't
can't
remember
comment on it.
I don't remember.
So then you just need to. Zzz.
I
wanna
wonder
know.
if Roy Farrell's seen it.
How'd Roy feel about it?
I don't know. Daddy's Home 2.
Who's Mark
It's-
Wahlberg's real dad? Let's look that up.
Y'all, I feel like it's set during Christmas time. That's the whole point. They're spending Christmas together.
Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
It's never too early to start your holiday shopping, and why not take care of it now before the crowds and packed calendars make shopping a total nightmare, especially when you can shop Raycon products and save up to 50% off because their early Black Friday sale is going on now. Raycon first made a name for themselves in the audio space, and this past year they've expanded their entire business with the introduction of Raycon Home and Raycon Power Tech. Raycon is known for delivering high quality and thoughtful features at half the price of the other premium tech brands. It's no wonder their products have racked up tens of thousands of 5-star reviews. Raycon is currently offering 20% off everything on their site with select products up to 50%. So beat the crowds now and save. Because trust us, you don't want to miss out on Raycon's early Black Friday sale. Hurry now to buyraycon.com/Bubba to get 20% off site-wide. buyraycon.com/Bubba. Folks, we've been talking about Relief Factor on our show for quite some time now. Do we guarantee Relief Factor is going to lower or eliminate your occasional aches and pains? No, we never make a claim like that. But what I can tell you is that the majority of folks who ordered the 3-week Quick Start Pack for only $19.95 go on to order more. Now, what we really like about Relief Factor is it's 100% drug-free. It's a supplement that's made up of ingredients that simply help your own body deal with its natural inflammatory response. For a lot of us, that's very important. Getting older, working outside in the warm weather, even exercising can cause frustrating aches and pains, or maybe it's the occasional back, shoulder, or hip pain that's bothering you. Relief Factor has helped us and so many of our friends, so when you think of it this way, is $1 a day too much to see if you can get out of some of that frustrating pain? To order this 3-week Quick Start Pack for $19.95 plus shipping and handling, just go to ReliefFactor.com. That's ReliefFactor.com. Let's see if we can get you out of some of that pain. Also, you can go to RickandBubba.com, look under the sponsor sponsors button for a link. Are you driving an out-of-warranty car? It's only a matter of time before your vehicle is in the shop costing thousands.
That's true, and auto repair costs are up nearly 20% from last year.
If an unexpected breakdown happened today, would you be ready?
If you had carshield.com/Bubba, you would be.
If your car is just over 3 years old, it's still prone to expensive costs. We all know our daily drives are more than just getting from point A to point B. Traveling by car is a way of life.
When you enroll in a protection plan through carshield.com/Bubba, you'll be locking in your price as it will never go up.
That means for as long as you own the vehicle and the mileage increases or how many claims you file.
They offer plans starting at just $100 a month with no long-term contracts and options to fit every budget.
Now, we appreciate their administrators handling all the paperwork, choosing the mechanic that we want. They even offer 24/7 roadside assistance, complimentary towing, and rental car options. Get coverage today and save 20% at carshield.com/Bubba. Our friends at TheraBreath have some good news if you have bad breath. Try TheraBreath Fresh Breath Oral Rinse. TheraBreath is dentist formulated by Dr. Katz himself. TheraBreath doesn't mask bad breath like those burning alcohol mouthwashes that can actually irritate sensitive mouths. It's alcohol-free and free of gluten with no added dyes or colors. Find TheraBreath in all your favorite retail and drug stores. Look for the bright orange cap or online at TheraBreath.com. You can find a direct link at rickandbubba.com under the sponsors. TheraBreath, confidence in every capful. Attention, all you coffee drinkers. There's a brand new brew that you definitely want to make part of your daily ritual. If you enjoy delicious, good coffee like us, my coffee needs to be your new drink. It's organic, which is so important because if not, then it contains chemicals banned in this country decades ago. You've heard us talk about My Pillow for years on this show, and now they've got my coffee direct from the mystore.com website. Go to mystore.com, enter the code Bubba to save 25% off your order of my coffee, or find a link at rickandbubba.com. Helix Sleep mattresses are terrific, and right now they're offering 25% off all mattress orders, plus a free gift with purchase. Just head to helixsleep.com/Bubba. Use the code HelixPartner25 to get 25% off a mattress order. Now, the Helix lineup has 20 unique mattresses, including the award-winning Luxe Collection, the new Helix Elite Collection, a mattress designed for big and tall sleepers, even a mattress made just for kids. How will you know which one is right for you? Take the Helix Sleep Quiz and find out in less than 2 minutes. Once you pick your mattress, Helix knows there's no better way to test out a new mattress than by sleeping on it. That's why they offer a 100-night trial and a 10 to 15-year warranty. And unlike a lot of other mattress companies out there, Helix owns its own manufacturing facility where skilled manufacturers make your mattresses and ship them straight from the facility right to your door for free. Head to helixsleep.com/Bubba today to save 25% and use the code HelixPartner25.
Rick and Bubba's in Ohio.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
Pass the gravy, please.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
Ooh, it brings me to my knees.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
I can't stop.
25 minutes until top of the hour. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Rick and Bubba Show's kickoff hour. The number is 866-WE-BE-BIG. Rick Bubba Adler going to join us right after top of the hour. I understand Santa Bubba was out doing a little bit of shopping for the 12 working days of Christmas, and that is when we count back 12 shows from the big year ender, being 12, the 12th one, and every day we give away a gift as part of the Rick and Bubba 12 working days of Christmas, and always some of the hottest items that you're looking for, especially in the tech world. But we're hopping around. I think we got some jewelry in this 12 working days of Christmas, and there's some other things there for you, so be looking for that. It's actually going to start November 30th. That's the first day of the 12 working days of Christmas, and Santa Bubba was out with his little elves grabbing some gifts yesterday. I understand.
Hello, UPS.
He got quite a list checked off yesterday and still has more, but put a big dent in it yesterday. A little bit later in the show, don't forget we have scheduled to appear Charles Barkley will be with us, so be looking for that. Also, we've got the Bible study tomorrow. That will happen with Rick. Got an email or two. Will that still happen? He announced it yesterday, but that will still take place on Wednesday. Rick and Bubba replay on Thanksgiving, and then a hosted Black Friday best of with Helmsy. So we went to break, and we were talking about Christmas movies.
Yes.
And because I asked the question, I just so happened to watch it yesterday. It was on, and it was It was Daddy's Home 2.
You're all fired up about Daddy's
I
Home.
asked the question because it's set around Christmas.
Yeah.
The reason the dads are coming is to spend Christmas with the families. And I wanted to know, is that a Christmas movie?
No.
Can I check that off as a Christmas movie?
No,
You said no, but you've never seen it. So how can you say no?
because it's not advertised as a Christmas movie.
What do you mean?
Well, it should be Daddy's Home's Christmas.
So you think Christmas has to be in the title of the
Yes.
movie?
So I'm going to concede this to you, Speedy.
I think it does.
I think
Well, then you got a lot of Christmas movies you don't watch.
No, I gave you name one.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
That's not really a Christmas movie.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
Stop. Just stop for 1 minute.
Oh
Let
my
me just
gosh.
say this. I did a little research in the
No,
break, and I'm
not saying that. I'll give you there are some. I'll give you that.
Hold
I
on.
just thought of one that
Just
I
hold
actually
on.
liked.
We're going to get to that. We're
Which
going to get to that. You're
I
getting
can't think
ahead.
of it. Hang on.
I did a little research on the
Okay.
movie that you watched,
All
and
right.
I'm going to concede to you that you can cross it off the list.
Thank you.
Because here's why. Because there are movies like Almost Christmas, This Christmas, Love the Coopers, which Christmas is not in the title, Greg.
I hadn't seen that one.
That is, I would consider a Christmas
Okay.
movie.
All right,
so
good.
I'm going to consider this for you a
Thank
Christmas movie. Now, I may watch it
Mm-hmm.
and go,
Now,
but
I will say,
but I'm going to give a ruling right now that I think you're good in checking that box for this is the first
Okay.
Christmas movie you've watched this
I'll
season.
give you, it doesn't have to be in the title, but if it is in the title, it definitely is a Christmas movie.
Okay.
There's not a movie with a Christmas or Merry something in the title, and you go, well, that's not really a Christmas movie. It's in the title.
Yeah. Well,
Right?
if you haven't seen this, and
Anybody
I
gonna
just
dispute
saw it
that?
yesterday, that's why it's on my mind. And because of you, Terry heard you say that you're going to try to see how many Christmas movies you can watch.
Yeah.
So now she's in, and she's like, let's try that too. Whatever JC and Reese are here, and Mabry and Tyler and River are going to be over. Let's blah blah blah. Well, that was on, and I was like, can we mark this down as one? The whole movie is they go to spend Christmas
Well,
together.
I'll have to watch it. It may be.
Okay. Well, I'd like for you to watch it
But-
and then report back.
but don't-
because
but-
I
but
think
you
I can
can't
check it
t-
off like Helms.
You can't tell me that if it says Christmas in the title, it's not a Christmas
I didn't
movie.
say you that.
No,
I think
we
you're
didn't-
I think
we
you're
didn't
arguing
say
with
that.
You
yourself.
just said it.
No, what I'm
During
saying
the
is
break, he questioned two movies,
how
This Christmas and Almost Christmas. I'm going,
no, I didn't question
You
it.
were saying
I
if
said
those are Christmas
if
movies,
you
well, they
consider
are.
those Christmas
Fight!
movies, then and Love the Coopers would have to be
well, I haven't
considered
seen
too.
Fight!
And here's the thing,
But-
like the difference between you people that think Die Hard's a Christmas movie, I'm not even going to have. You're unreasonable. I'm not going to have that conversation with you. But if we're sitting in this, that we got two dads that are stepdadding around Christmas, and they're going to a place to celebrate
I will
Christmas,
give you that.
and with their families, and that's what it's about, then I think it's a Christmas movie.
It is, but
Say I'm
use
right.
the example.
Say it. I wanna
well,
hear
let
you.
me tell you why because I know another one that falls in the same category.
Okay.
What is it?
The Family Stone. Have you ever seen that?
I've never seen that.
Y'all never.
I think
First
I
of all,
have. I
Lisa's
think I have.
it's her favorite movie. We watch it year round. at
Family
mine.
I think I have.
Stone?
It's been a while. If I saw the trailer, saw a picture.
It's not a
of-
comedy. It's
Hold on, The Family Stone.
It's
Let me
good.
look it up. Keep
pretty
talking.
good. The Family Stone, and that's, but they're all, the kids coming home. It's Christmas. It's all based around Christmas. So
I don't know that
I
I
will
have.
stand corrected there, but I thought Helms was trying to question Almost Christmas.
No,
and This
no,
Christmas,
no.
And I was supposed to go over and get him in
No, I think those are great. I think those are great Christmas movies.
Yeah.
But I also consider Love the Coopers a Christmas movie too,
Now-
because it's basically the same thing.
Okay. Well, I will say this Christmas and Almost Christmas, I get mixed up on which title goes with which movie.
I do too.
The Danny Glover one, I think, is Almost Christmas. I
You're
just
right.
watched
No,
it,
it is. It is.
and it's my favorite of the two, but they're both good.
And so what other what other Christmas movies that doesn't have Christmas in the title? I mean,
There-
obviously, obviously, if it's got it in there, it's a classic for us. You got Christmas Story, Christmas Vacation,
4 Christmases.
4 Christmases. That's a Christmas movie.
Yeah. Family Stone's one without Christmas in it. There's others. Let me think. The Waltons.
See,
Coming
Home Alone.
Anything that has,
Home Alone does not have Christmas in the title. I think
kind of a
I think it's a
Christmas
Christmas
movie.
movie.
Of
Yeah.
course, it's a Christmas
Yeah,
movie.
it is.
Yes,
It is.
It's more of a crime. It's more of a crime story.
Yeah, of course. It's more. What'd you just
It's
say?
more of a crime story. But, yeah.
Okay, It's a Wonderful Life. You said that. Let's see. Is Edward Scissorhands?
I don't think so. I've never seen it.
Scissor
and
hands.
I wouldn't
I will go
know.
ahead and tell you, not going to.
No.
Batman Returns.
See?
Love Actually.
And people, before you email me the
Gremlins.
thing that lists Christmas movies with Die Hard under it, I've seen that, but I don't care. I still don't think it's
Yeah, that's
Christmas.
a stupid list.
That's like I said, that would be like calling Lethal Weapon a Christmas movie because there's a scene in it where they're at a Christmas tree farm, and when it comes on, they're playing Jingle Bell Rock as the movie starts. But that's it. That's
like
all. It's not a
anything that
Christmas
has
movie.
Santa Claus, Elf, Grinch, all that's Christmas movies. Get that?
Fred Claus. Christmas
Claus.
movie.
Reindeer Games, is that one?
Yes.
No, it's not.
Actually, that's a. What is that?
That's like a spy deal.
Like a war.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
So let's see the best non-Christmas movies. It says here. Number one's Die Hard. Number
Wait,
two,
see, that's just
number two's
ridiculous.
Reindeer Games. Number three, Edward Scissorhands.
Edward Scissorhands.
I've never heard
which
that
is
before.
a weird movie.
Watched that when I was a kid.
Number four, Lethal Weapon.
See?
And number five, Trading Places.
Trading Places, funny movie. Good night. I think that was Eddie Murphy's first movie, by the way. Christmas, I wouldn't call it a Christmas movie.
The Thin Man. I don't know about that.
one.
You've Got Mail.
Don't know about that one.
The Apartment. There's a little Iron Man 3.
They're good night.
L.A. Confidential. 3 Days. No,
Rudolph
that's-
the
You've
Red-Nosed
got
Reindeer.
mail. That's where the Hanks and Meg Ryan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know the love story.
Yeah, just because
The Long Kiss Goodbye.
you like that one.
Meet Me in St. Louis. No, Edward. There's Edward again.
I ain't looking at that.
All right. Bottom line, Speedy, you get to check that
For
box.
some reason, Helms.
Good.
Stepdad 2. I'm gonna lean in your favor.
If the
on
whole,
that.
you're talking about the
It's
entire.
Daddy's home too.
Let me ask you this.
What'd I say?
Stepdad too.
Let me ask you this, which may be a better title. So there,
But really,
but
because it's all about stepdad. So really,
what I want to ask you
you're
is,
okay.
is when they all show up and the movie starts, the scenes, it isn't just like, hey, it's Christmas, and then we go on, and that's not really part of the story. Is Christmas part of the story?
Oh yeah. Matter of fact, the
It's
daughter
probably in the category with the family.
The daughter gets up at a presentation about Christmas at school, and walks up and talks about, talked about why I love Christmas, but she actually talks about why she doesn't like Christmas, and it's because there's always two of everything.
Now, what I've liked
and so then they try to go, well then let's have Christmas together then, and
Greg,
then so that's what it's all
In,
about.
in
So, okay,
Speedy's
okay,
defense,
I'll give
if
you
you
that.
look at the
I'll give you
images
that.
they use for the movie,
shows Christmas.
it shows lights, Christmas trees, Christmas
Okay.
sweaters, the whole nine.
I just want to be able to count that as one.
I'll
Yes.
take that. Yeah, that's one.
Do we want to have a challenge to see how many we
I'll-
watch to see
listen,
who can win?
in the explanation.
How far am I ahead?
I don't know.
You're routing
I think you
us
said
right
you've
now.
already watched 4, right, or something like that.
You're like the Eagles doing the tush push right now. Nobody can stop it.
That's right. I watched. That's unstoppable.
The brotherly shove. I said it right.
I watched Family Stone. I watched that,
All right.
and
I-
I'll watch it again.
could
I'm
you-
sure.
Do I
Could
need
you-
to?
could
yeah.
you- do you mind?
No, I don't mind.
And I've watched
Just calm down.
4 Christmases.
Hold on.
Hold on, Greg. That's 2.
Yeah.
I've
Well,
watched
according to him,
Almost
anything he
Christmas.
watches is going to count.
Should we?
Almost Christmas.
All right.
What else did I say?
I need something to write on.
You said Family Stone,
I can't
Almost
remember.
Christmas, and what else did you watch?
4 Christmases.
4 Christmases.
Hold on.
I'm trying to think. There was more than that.
Hey, I watched Daddy's Home too. If you haven't heard,
Christmas Vacation. I already watched
you
that.
did. Okay. Are you writing these down?
Yeah.
So I'm only about 4 up.
Yeah, he's 4.
What was the one I'm missing? 4. I got 4
4
Christmases, Family Stone, Christmas,
Almost Christmas.
Vacation, and Almost Christmas.
Where are you watching a lot of these? Because I
Home.
No, he means
No, like,
where are you
like-
streaming them? Not
like
I'm
Howard.
at the house.
okay, that's good, buddy. I'm glad you're there. That's awesome.
If you had another answer, we'd have been
So good.
concerned, Greg.
That's so good.
Actually, I've been to the
in the
drive-
car?
at the drive-through. No.
Last night I saw
One of them was streaming, and that's why I got so far ahead. We hit some, we got 900 Prime and all
Daddy's
this mess.
Home.
And
Yeah.
it may have been Prime. It had a bunch of them listed.
Okay.
So we just started knocking
Paramount
them out.
Plus is where it was just available because it's like holiday
I'll watch that
movies
one.
and stuff.
I'm gonna add that one.
Okay. Hey, just watch it and tell me. Come on back with it. So he's up 4-1, and are you at 0?
I'm at 0. I haven't put anything on the board.
All right. Now you can't fib. You
Y'all
got to
gonna
be
watch
straight
Family
up.
Stone?
I didn't. Yeah, I will. That looks like right up my alley. I looked it up.
It's
It
not
is.
Really a
Is it like
comedy.
It
sad?
says it
Is it
is.
sad and
It's not
serious and stuff?
It's got a little element to it, but it's really good, I think.
Oh, yeah. I've noticed there's a little bit of frou-frou to you with movies.
Just
Huh?
Christmas movie.
You'll get in there, you get some tissue and
I've
sit
watched
down.
I'm trying to think if I watched another one.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
So right now may be the perfect time for you to rethink how you pay for health care. And here's why. Not only is it open enrollment for a lot of people, it's also a time you can join MediShare and save even more than usual. For many families, switching to MediShare saves about $500 a month, which is a game changer for a lot of people. But what's more, they like it. MediShare has double the member satisfaction rate compared to health insurance. Double. MediShare is a proven thing, too. For over 30 years, it's a Christian community of more than 400,000 members. And here's the thing, too. If you join before November 15th and you mention the promo code SHARE, you'll get another $150 savings. So I'll give you the number here in a second, but just call. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. And again, the deadline's November 15th. So call now and you'll save even more. Here's the number, 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE, 855-51-BIBLE.
The holiday season is right around the corner. So give the gift that's hard to wrap, but easy to give. Give them a Stihl. With powerful trimmers, blowers, and chainsaws to place under the tree, the Stihl Holiday Gift Guide has something for everyone. Save $30 on the BG56 CE handheld blower. Visit your local Stihl dealer or go to stihlusa.com/gift guide. Real Stihl. Find yours. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
The Black Friday weekend sale begins this Friday at Boot Barn. Visit us in store for savings on top quality pieces. Get up to $40 off cowboy boots for men and women. $20 off select work boots and select children's boots for under $50. We're closed Thanksgiving Day to spend with family, but we look forward to seeing you Black Friday weekend for our biggest sale of the year. Boot Barn. Unwrap the West.
Do you want more online safety and privacy? I know I do. That's why I started using NordVPN. It guards me against various internet threats. Digital trackers, malicious websites, and malware-infected downloads? Back off. I choose to browse with more confidence. I choose NordVPN.
To avoid digital threats, turn on NordVPN. It's rated excellent on Trustpilot. Just visit NordVPN.com. One of the fastest VPNs on Earth will block web trackers, malicious websites, and malware-ridden downloads. It will encrypt your online data as well. So improve your digital privacy and protection with one simple click. Get the special Black Friday deal at NordVPN.com and enjoy safer internet daily. NordVPN. Cybersecurity built for every day.
Folks, we've been talking about Relief Factor on our show for quite some time now. Do we guarantee Relief Factor is going to lower or eliminate your occasional aches and pains? No, we never make a claim like that. But what I can tell you is that the majority of folks who ordered the 3-week Quick Start Pack for only $19.95 go on to order more. Now, what we really like about Relief Factor is it's 100% drug-free. It's a supplement that's made up of ingredients that simply help your own body deal with its natural inflammatory response. For a lot of us, that's very important. Getting older, working outside in the warm weather, even exercising can cause frustrating aches and pains, or maybe it's the occasional back, shoulder, or hip pain that's bothering you. Relief Factor has helped us and so many of our friends, so when you think of it this way, is $1 a day too much to see if you can get out of some of that frustrating pain? To order this 3-week Quick Start Pack for $19.95 plus shipping and handling, just go to ReliefFactor.com. That's ReliefFactor.com. Let's see if we can get you out of some of that pain. Also, you can go to RickandBubba.com. Look under the sponsors button for a link. It's never too early to start your holiday shopping, and why not take care of it now before the crowds and packed calendars make shopping a total nightmare, especially when you can shop Raycon products and save up to 50% off because their early Black Friday sale is going on now. Raycon first made a name for themselves in the audio space, and this past year they've expanded their entire business with the introduction of Raycon Home and Raycon Power Tech. Raycon is known for delivering high quality and thoughtful features at half the price of the other premium tech brands. It's no wonder their products have racked up tens of thousands of 5-star reviews. Raycon is currently offering 20% off everything on their site with select products up to 50%. So beat the crowds now and save. Because trust us, you don't want to miss out on Raycon's early Black Friday sale. Hurry now to buyraycon.com/Bubba to get 20% off site-wide. buyraycon.com/Bubba.
Pass the gravy, please. Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba. Ooh, it brings me to my knees. Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba. I can't start another. Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba. Day without 'em, brother. Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba. Ooh, there is no other. Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba. Waking on their blubber. Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
All right, we got 8 minutes until top of the hour. 866 We Be Big is our number. Always consider it hot, Greg. This portion of the show brought to you by CBDistillery.com. CBDistillery.com. They've got their Black Friday sale. It's happening right now. You can get up to 40% off everything when you use the special promo code BF2023. That's BF2023. Choose from a range of expert formulated CBD and plant-based solutions for relaxing, stress, sleep, pain, other physical activities. Check it out right now, CBDistillery.com. 100% clean ingredients, CBDistillery.com. BF2023, that's the special promo code. Go there today and enjoy that 40% savings. All right, speaking of Black Friday sales, you know, and now we're just living, and I know we're going to jump back into some Christmas-themed stuff, but everybody now, you know, they start their Black Friday sales early, and it's really
Which really makes it not a Black Friday sale.
I don't know when it started.
Just saying.
I know. I don't know when it started, but it was probably, what do y'all think, 8 years ago, when it used to be Black Friday meant Black Friday, and everybody got out and at 4 o'clock in the morning, and they were at the mall early, and they were grabbing these specials. And then it turned into, well, now let's start on Thanksgiving. We're going to open up at 3 o'clock on Thanksgiving. And then it turned into, well, let's just start before Thanksgiving. And I think the online push is big.
Are people still camping out like they used to?
That's what I was wanting to ask. Thank you. Because that's it. It used to be some excitement surrounding Black Friday, and there were people camping out and running in and
fighting.
Yeah,
remember they'd fight over
and
specials?
maybe that's why it's gone away, because nobody can act right.
Well,
I mean, I don't know if you've seen
part
these
of it.
smash and grabs and all this kind of stuff where people are running in. Are people trying to stay away from that?
When they have footage of two women fighting over like a Cabbage Patch Kid, and beating the crap out of each other.
Right. But there might be some pushing and shoving. Now somebody will shoot you or stab you, and it gets out of hand.
So the long lines that are on the side of the buildings that would sit there till midnight waiting for them to fire the doors open.
Yeah. Does that still? Are people still participating in that?
I don't think near as much.
Because everybody's like, Black Friday sales now, and so why go do that?
That voice.
Right.
Well, I mean, I didn't know this until I guess a few years ago. But what does Black Friday even mean? Okay, because when we think about it,
making a profit.
You're getting the black.
That's right.
We're trying to get in the black. Our companies are trying to get in the black, make a profit, and so those things are taking place whether people are in lines at 4 o'clock in the morning or not. But to Speedy's point, it has changed over the last 5 to 10 years, where you've seen the decline in people standing in lines, and the online, shopping has gone nuts. And so companies are still trying to get in the black with this Black Friday. And then you have the Cyber Mondays and stuff like that, these different promotions that are trying to help companies get to where they need to be in their business. But, yeah, I don't think it's the mania that it used to be.
No, it used to. Remember when they all out there just lined up?
Yes.
People would plan around it.
Uh-huh.
People would plan their weekends around it.
Yeah. I mean, people were excited. It was an annual tradition where a group would go together.
First come, first serve too. I mean, everybody was in there trying to pile on top of stuff, and Yankees
fights over it.
Yeah. And I don't. That's something that you kind of. I never got into it. Because we were always either doing the show or I was hosting a best of or something like that. So I never went out. Now I will say this: when the boys were a little older, teenage time, I guess, that they would go with a bunch with a crew, and then Terry might jump in with her mom and go or something.
Yeah,
I never did, but man, people were all about it. I'll never forget.
They look forward to it.
I would always coming in for my Black Friday best ofs. I had to pass the mall, and still do, the big Galleria Mall where we live, and I'd always look over, and you couldn't find a parking
They'd have
spot.
police out directing traffic.
The whole thing was packed, and I
Yeah.
think to myself, it kind of put me up. I'm going to host the best of. All these people are out; they're in their cars, and now it's just you drive by and there's nobody in
Do
there.
y'all remember at the old studio when you would leave in the ham place right there?
Yes,
And how
Honey Bake.
The
Bake ham.
traffic would
Yeah.
just
Oh.
there'd be police out there directing traffic.
Had to
because
hire
somebody's picking
people,
their ham
yes.
up.
By the way, I was next to the studio last night. I sent him
Yeah.
a snap of the Christmas tree. It was up.
So pretty.
It made me.
Oh, the
Yeah.
tree.
Yeah.
No,
I
the tree.
I got some taco mama for the house, and by the way, nothing's been done with our old studio. It's the same exact.
Really?
It's in the same condition it
We could've
was when we
just
left.
Stayed there.
And yeah, for 2 years.
I miss the old neighborhood over there.
Yeah, I do too. But anyway, the tree looked fantastic.
That's
And
awesome.
It was
Yeah.
some memories.
They
I was
put
like,
up a good
wow.
tree.
Okay, so we saw this every day. We saw this tree.
We'd see in front of it and do fa la la la. Remember?
Yeah, we would. All right, a question on Black Friday.
Okay.
I know we have a slate of NFL games on Thursday, and then on Thursday night you have the Egg Bowl, and then Friday you got a ton of college games.
Right.
Saturday you got a ton of college games.
Rival weekend.
But did I see that there is a Black Friday NFL? There's a game NFL game
really?
on Friday. Have
Is
we
there?
done that
I
before,
hope
or is
not.
that new?
That
I don't like
know.
that.
I wish I knew.
You play on Thanksgiving.
They
That's
did.
it.
There is. I
Shut
know
up.
because I've been seeing promotions. I think it's on Amazon Prime.
Oh.
Game that Greg loves so
Here
much.
we go.
But
Al
but,
Michaels
But
half
have
A
we
doing it.
played NFL on Friday, Black Friday before?
I don't remember it.
I don't think so either.
Never.
So you're
So
going to have
you going
three.
to Egg Bowl?
You're going to have three NFL games. You know, we used to have one or two on Thanksgiving. Now you
Yeah.
got three,
Yeah.
and then you got one on
the
Friday.
Cowboys and the Lions are going. They'll play
Yeah.
somebody.
Yeah,
Yeah, the Cowboys and the Commanders are playing, and I don't know what the other
the
one
Lions are playing Green Bay, and then there's
Green
a third
Bay.
game.
is. Okay.
San Francisco and Seattle.
I know that the Egg Bowl, I think, kicks off right around dinner time, 6:30
early
or something
kick.
like that.
Where's it at?
Hold on, I can tell you. Right here it is at Mississippi State.
Ooh, hit it, boy. Note
Yep.
to self, because I'll be there. I'll be at in Sturgis.
So go
And
ahead
the
and go to
Friday,
game while you're at it.
Black Friday game, NFL is Miami at New York at 2 p.m.
Wow, that'd be
That's
good.
weird.
You know, last year, that is weird.
I ain't watching.
Last year, Lynn and Mark went to Ole Miss. They left a little early for Thanksgiving. But there's been a year or so where we would do that, Greg. We would have Thanksgiving and then just go to the game because
Yeah.
we were in town.
Yeah,
But
I remember y'all
we'll
going.
just sit back and watch this one. All right, we'll take a break. Rick and Bubba join us for the main show. Adler here, busy show. Don't forget Charles Barkley in a couple of hours. He'll join us. We'll be right back.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
Closing camp out, and I say that history makes us who we are. You know, as our old building, as I called it, the dentist office, is being torn down now, and I think when we came in there, you know, maybe the worst facilities in America. That we did add we took the old tractor shed in the back and made that a locker room, which, you know, our players at the time were very happy about, you know. But I think that first meeting, I'm leaving Jack State and I'm going into UAB, and I still remember not, you know, when you speak to groups, you guys speak to a lot of groups and you don't get eye contact. You know, they're either very uninterested or, you know, their heads are down for some reason. And that's what I saw. And, you know, for those guys to really believe in what we were doing in 14, to buy in, to turn it around, to get bowl eligible. You know, we had the big win last game, and then to lose their program was heartbreaking. And, you know, and for me to have to go become a high school coach again and help these guys like Jordan Howard and these other guys get re-recruited and coaches go get jobs. But, you know, the great story is the fact that our fans, our city, you know, leaders in Birmingham all believed in what was kind of going on and where we were headed, and really started to fight. And that was the big story. Okay, we'll get involved if you'll stay. And I said, well, I'll stay if we do it right this time. And, you know, I think we've raised $51+ million for this program. And this is, I mean, truly when your program is brought back by the people, it's a great story, you know, to kind of where we are now.
Well, there's no doubt that's what happened. And I know Bubba and I talked about it on the air, and, you know, Bubba made some great points about how some of this looked, it was hard to find logic in all of it. I'll just leave it at that. And really, I thought to myself, well, that's over.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't survive that.
Right.
It's over, and we can all argue whether it should have or what. But it is over.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I saw that you were not leaving because, and Bubba and I've said this, and I know that you're a humble guy, and that's good. Stay that way. But I believe that, you know, there were a lot of programs that if you were looking for a coach that seems to have a history that everywhere you go, and I know it's not just you, I'm just talking about the teams that you put together, and that includes the entire staff and the type of player you look for and schemes and all that, you've been successful everywhere you've been. And that usually means that if I want to have a successful program, I want to hire somebody that's successful everywhere they go. And then when you didn't leave, I was like, what in the world is going on? So take me through that decision for you and your wife, and because you obviously probably were offered other opportunities, I would think.
Yeah, I think it was, and I don't ever want to relate it to real death because, we've all been through that.
Yeah.
I had a mom pass away, and I almost say that, and I feel bad saying it, but it was death-like, and so literally, I had still had my house in Piedmont. My son went to Piedmont, and I had bought an apartment. We were going to let him finish up school, and he was finishing up school, and so I go back to Piedmont, and really trying to decide what to do, and I'm trying to find these players a place to go and coaches, and literally there is this roller coaster going on of. Immediately, the people start fighting. I remember I was speaking out in Dallas at a coaching clinic, and I was asked to stop by our conference offices, and I walk in, the commissioner says, hey, what we would love to have UAB back. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I mean, they just shut our program down. So I'm, I don't know how much I'm believing, but I'm getting asked, hey, we're fighting. And you see the fight, it was a pretty public thing that was going on, but it was, I think until these people, our community leaders got in and said, hey, this is what's good for Birmingham. We were talking off air about is football important to a university. And, I'm the first one and I tell our players this, man, your faith, your family, your education is more important, but it is important. This thing that drives students to schools is this experience. And so, it kind of became about more than just me having a job. And, my wife and I would, when I had the bad days, Jennifer had the good days. And, and it was, all right, we're going to give this a chance and see it out, because now, I got to go find a job. And so it was interesting, but to see the people fight. And now, it's, as we say with the players, it's more than about just you. It's about a group of folks. And that's kind of where that thing went.
Well,
amazing.
Well, here's the thing I think that was kind of cool, though, is I believe until adversity, that's the reason why adversity in Scripture talks about this, is actually something that I don't want to say you look forward to it, but adversity has been used to really reveal truth, is what it reveals about the person and about the situation. And God allows it, as he says clearly in 1 Peter, to test the genuineness of what everybody claims. And so you kind of saw, though, that, first of all, there was more support for this program than I think a lot of people thought. Mm-hmm. And you may not have seen that if this had not happened. And I think that might have been surprising to those that were trying to shut it down, but I bet it was also encouraging to you. And everybody who was saying we still want to do it, hey, you know what? We do have a fan base that's pretty excited about what we're doing, and that had to be, in a bad situation, a revelation of something pretty good.
Oh, no doubt. And I think that was the neatest thing. The calls I would get every day, we're fighting, and I would be very honest with them. I said, do you understand what this thing looks like, especially the people that would come in from the outside that were just Birmingham folks. Some of them I knew, some of them I didn't. But what was amazing, let's just fast forward to, okay, these guys get involved. We'll do it if you stay. I'll stay if we do it right. We had no idea really what we were going to do, but then the people that I would see every single day, and I'm talking about the average just Joes and ladies, and thank you. You believed in Birmingham, you believed in us, you believed in UAB, and boy, you talking about wanting to fight for those guys. That inspired me and really still does,
6 minutes now past the hour. You got Rick and Bubba, another one growing. It is the week of Thanksgiving, and we're so glad you're here. Short week. Kickoff hour for day 2 this week is behind us. Speedy, the real Greg Burgess, and Helmsy handled that. We'll start with our national anthem. Let's go. 7.5 minutes past the hour, the Rick and Bubba Show. Thank you for being with us as we go forward. Eddie Van Adler settles in now. The YouTube experience will now be enhanced. He's got it live for you, also archived for you. Blaze TV subscribers, you get a best of hour today. Over on the audio side, America's boldest radio stations on the Rick and Bubba Radio Network. If you've got an affiliate, good for you. Tell the station how much you appreciate it. If you don't have an affiliate, the TuneIn app works. You can get that from the App Store. TuneIn's a free download. Just look for the Rick and Bubba station. Search Rick and Bubba Show. You'll get the live show every day there. You'll also get an archive there as well. It's just archives of full shows. The Daily Show is archived to our Rick and Bubba podcast channel every day. It also has a best of hour. So there's all your options, live and or archived. If you ever forget, find them all at Rick and Bubba, spell out the word and.com. Sitting there's the silver-tongued one, the man with a golden voice, professional lunch eaters man of the year, the inventor of pizza and a cup, Shakespeare's worst nightmare, and the master of the King's English. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Bill Bubba Bussey! Howdy, Bubba.
How about it, Rick Burgess? Friends, neighbors, and associates, welcome.
Tell you how she's found. Kerosene Brothers.
What are they doing today?
And the saga of Ellie Schaefer.
What a good one.
No Gobble Gobble, but I love it.
No, well, I had to do that to offset when I'm going to have to listen to Gobble Gobble here in a minute.
Yeah, that's a good one. Now, what are they doing today? Where's John and the gang?
I don't know.
You know, the
probably touring Japan again.
That you probably, most of you on the show probably remember them better as Hayseed Dixie. And they traveled the world doing rockgrass songs. And then they just decided they want to do things that rocked a little more. And just for a very brief run, in one CD, they did the Kerosene Brothers. And all that really meant was they brought an electric guitar in with distortion.
Right.
So it was.
I miss seeing those guys. They were always a lot of fun.
Talented folks, fun. You know, you wanted to. You always wanted to have an exit strategy, though.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
like when the gig ended, you wanted to have your own ride.
Right.
But fun to be around. And so I don't know what they're doing now. Last we heard, as you said, they were like the toast of the town in Australia. And then I don't know what happened after.
You know, they're another on the long list of musical acts that we have really enjoyed on the show. Felt like we were good friends with, and now have no idea where they're at.
Yeah,
and it's a long list.
Distinguished.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I actually was talking last night. We had, I told you all know this, that when your kids are this age, you have different days. We actually had a pre-Thanksgiving last night, and the discussion broke out of how over the years, and I'll tell you how it started. When you get two of mine together, you have the actor and then you have the filmmaker. And they begin to discuss things about movies that none of us care about.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
And so that somehow the actor Kevin Pollak came up.
Oh yeah.
And I said, it's one of I really enjoyed interviewing Kevin Pollak. I said, people ask me about interviews, and sometimes I forget that we interviewed him. And I said, of course, I made the mistake we always make. I thought after the interview we'd hit it off, and I would probably like I'd be looking for the Christmas card again this year.
Yeah, sure.
And
sure.
And they started laughing. They're like, Dad, you are guilty of that. And I said, I know, I know, I got it.
I mean, would it hurt to get a text every now and then just to see how you do?
All right, so they start a 2024 United Kingdom tour. Hasty Dixie does in May of next year.
They just never have come back, have they?
They went overseas and stayed.
They're all over the place.
Yeah,
the month of May is pretty packed.
I would love to hear their political commentary now. Don't you know?
That may be why they won't come back. Honestly, Bubba and I were discussing.
They left and didn't come back.
Bubba and I were discussing a new Rick and Bubba T-shirt. How do y'all like this one? Hey, ... Looking good, America.
Yeah, looking good.
Looking good, America.
Back to Hasty Dixie. They're playing pretty large clubs. I looked up the capacity of one of the Edinburgh gigs, and it's 800-person club. So.
I'm telling you, they went to Australia, and then they went into.
I thought they were big in Japan. I thought that's where they blew up.
And then they went. That did happen too. And then they went into Europe, and it's like they started hitting all of Europe, and it's like they've just stayed there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, y'all, you realize they've never come back.
My goal, I'm gonna drop them a text and wish them happy Thanksgiving.
Okay.
What do you still have their number?
Are you going to tell them you're thankful for the recordings that we have?
We still love them.
Really shape her. I'll tell you how she's found.
Shot to the heart.
I know the fact Adler, where he's in, he can't really hear the full song. I hate you didn't get to enjoy that one with us.
Oh, it's a good one.
It's a dandy.
I noticed you on the harmony, Rick.
Yeah, I went there a couple times. I wonder if you noticed it. We'll be back. Did you see me move to the different parts? I didn't just stay with one. You're right.
Rick and Bubba.
Why not take care of your?
Just, I think that's when I had those bad days. I said, man, this is about more than ourselves.
And really what's amazing now, not only or more so than the program coming back, is the success you've had. I mean, everybody had predicted years.
Oh yeah,
to get everything
I
up.
predicted years,
and wow,
I just didn't think it could be done.
Yeah,
that quick because of just obvious obstacles that had to be there.
Yeah, I think, and it's the funny story really is that the worst thing that ever happened turned into the best, and our facilities were so bad, and we didn't even have a place to go when it rained. Greg and I were talking about that. Taylor, his son, coach for me, was one of my GAs, and I still remember we had been pretty blessed, and we're playing. That's our first year. We're playing Middle Tennessee, and it's not just rain, but when lightning comes up, not like the old days. When my dad would stand the tallest players around him and tell them this is his lightning rod. Now it's literally we got a device that says it's 10 miles. We got to leave.
Right.
Well, we had nowhere to go. There was one other gym on campus, which was not just it was another gym, but it was a PE gym. I mean, it literally was used by the physical education department, and then you had the other sports that actually go inside. Volleyball. Monday, we don't go. We don't even practice. We go into meetings Tuesday. It happened to us 4 days in a row. And you lose 21-19, and you go, well, maybe is this important? But these new facilities that we needed, all were now allowed. And then we fell into this pavilion, which is unbelievable. So
that is nice.
A lot of great things.
We'll come back. Obviously, everything about UAB's season and the schedule this year is in show notes. You can access all that, get tickets. The first home game coming up Thursday, August 29th against Alabama State. And we'll come back and ask a few more questions with Coach Bill Clark, head football coach at UAB, the incredible college football story that it continues to be.
Rick and Bubba.
News that in 2021 you'll play in your own stadium, and it will be designed to fit the fan base now. I mean, like we were just talking about in the break, you guys led the conference in attendance, but you're playing in an old stadium that even with the upper deck taken out still holds over 70,000. And you guys are averaging about 30,000 a game, which is great for UAB, but it needs to be in a stadium that's going to seat 45,000.
Correct.
So you got room for growth, but yet you create an atmosphere. And this year, though, not even waiting on the new stadium, you've called in a ringer.
Yep.
And that is Calvin Speedy Wilburn.
We've pretty much said that whatever we do this year will be dependent upon Speedy. So no pressure on him at all.
So Speedy will be the in-stadium guy for the Blazers this year. Speedy, I mean, that's a lot of pressure. He's got to create the atmosphere we're looking for. Yeah. And if he can create it in Legion Field, then the new stadium will be
that'll be easy then.
Did you ever see him at the Titan Stadium?
No, I've heard
doing
about
his
it,
thing?
Oh, come on.
Number one guy in the NFL.
They still talk about it
The
today.
Redskins tried to hire him away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What about that, Speedy?
Coach.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I guess so. I just, there's a lot of pressure. Coach kind of brought me in his office and sat me down and talked to me like I was a recruit and said, this is what we expect.
Let me ask you this. Have you tried the dragon suit on? Does it fit?
It's a little warm. But
okay.
No, I'm excited. I really am. When I got the call, I thought, are y'all serious? And when I got the call that, hey, this is opened up, would you want it? And I was like, well, yeah.
Well,
I said, let me get with Terry and make sure. And we kind of huddled up and we're like, yeah, where our boys are in age, our fall is really opened up, and so this will be exciting. This will be fun.
Now you're getting kind of the older, wiser, grayer Speedy.
Nah.
But I think he's still got a few seasons in him.
Yeah, I think he can still do it, no doubt. I've been listening to him and you guys for a long time, so I believe in him.
But you were talking about you need to establish your own stuff, that your traditions like the other schools have, and bringing Speedy in to step in the right direction.
What do you think about starting the day off with firing him out of a cannon?
That'd be a good tradition.
Okay.
Have you thought about Speedy running out, and not that it's really burning in like the stunt guys do, with his head on fire?
Yeah, with like the Blazer, true Blazer.
Yeah.
Good start.
Yeah, I
The
think
staff's behind you listening. You know that, right?
We're getting great
I'm
ideas.
just thinking about some great ideas. It's a headpiece. It's not really burning his head, right? But it's on fire as he runs out.
If you tell me Speedy's going to run on the field engulfed in flames, and I'm sitting around thinking I'm waiting on another team to come on, I might venture out there to watch it.
Really, whatever it takes, I guess, is our motto.
Right.
Whatever it takes to get you there.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I don't embarrass you, Coach.
Right.
I'll try.
Coach, last year expectations were zero.
Not to.
I'd be none. And so the first season you came back after the program had been shut down, you were ranked what?
130 out of 130.
Okay.
Nowhere to go but up.
I mean, if you kick a field goal, it's success.
That's right.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Just be competitive was what I kept saying.
Something else.
Yeah, and you exceeded that. So based on that, it's past the hour. Rick and Bubba Show, thank you for being with us. Short week. Here's how it operates. We'll be here through tomorrow, all of us, Lord willing. And then Thanksgiving Day, a Rick and Bubba replay for you, as the entire show will be off, and being thankful for many things, including all of you that God has used to give us access to a job that is phenomenal and a life that I don't know that we could have ever even dreamed of at times. So we are just so grateful to all of you. So that'll be a replay. And then on Friday...
It's lacking a little sleep. Other than that, it's pretty good.
Yeah, sure. It's but boy, complaining about that. That's minor. I've seen some jobs out there that they get to sleep late, but I sure would want to do them. But anyway, those of you on the biggest travel day of the year, I said we'll be here for that tomorrow, Lord willing. And then on the day you're with family and friends, you get a replay. And then on the day you're out going to shop, if you dare, on Black Friday, you get a Rick and Bubba Best Of show hosted by Helmsley. So that's kind of how the week lays out. There won't be a Rick and Bubba University this week, not a new one, but so you can go back and pick up maybe some that you missed. There will be a new Bible study tomorrow, though, so you will have that.
So that's kind of how the week lays out.
Yeah, and a lot of people traveling today too. I know tomorrow's the biggest day. Today may be second though. It's a lot of people moving around.
So did you? What are you doing getting ready for the week? Did you go? Did you out?
Well,
remember in the past you said you had to get your stomach.
Yeah, I'd start overeating about a week ahead of time,
right?
Just to
get
kind
it
of
in
train.
shape.
Yeah,
yeah.
And we're trying to do a little better, so we're trying
sure.
to hold the line on that.
Well, and I'm gonna tell you, your friend. Hey, it will punish you for overeating.
Oh, it will. It doesn't like that.
No, that's how you end up losing weight. It just makes you so miserable.
Yeah, it does, and hey, it works. But
Sure.
go ahead. And but anyway, we went out to eat last night. My daughter has come in, and good to have her back in town. And Hunter's here, so we have our whole family together for we don't get that a whole lot, like you understand that.
Oh,
deal.
sure.
And we went out to eat at one of our favorite places. We have several. And it's not a chain that I'm aware of, but I think they have maybe another location or two.
Okay.
Okay. So my daughter had eaten at one of the other locations.
Okay.
And she said, I wonder if they have this particular item at this location.
Sure.
So
legitimate concern.
Yeah, and we were going to have some sushi.
Mm-hmm.
And and I love it, but I kind of have my standard that I eat all the time. And she said, have you ever tried the donkey roll? And I said,
"Boy, I got Greg to get his mic in place. You see Greg move? Did you see Greg move his mic? At one time, his mic was off to the side, like I probably don't need to chime here.
Right.
And the minute you said that, he positioned his microphone right in front of his mouth.
And she said, then she told me, she said they have one called the donkey roll on crack. And it did stir some curiosity in me. And I had the menu, and I was looking, and I said, well, Caitlin, I don't see the donkey roll or the donkey roll on crack on the menu. She said, well, they may not have it here. I don't know. Maybe it was something special at that location. Who knows? And our waiter came back by, and she said, excuse me, do you have the donkey roll?
Oh, my goodness.
And he looked at her like, who told you?
Secret menu.
How did you know?
Yeah.
And he pulls out of his pocket a little card.
No,
it
he
looks
didn't.
like the kind that used to be in a library book,
No.
about that size. Hands it to her with a secret menu on it. And donkey roll on crack are both on that. There was only about 6 items on it, but it was like a secret menu.
Can I tell you what's so weird about
man.
what you just said? Can I tell you what's so weird about what you just said? I even had, and you mentioned too, maybe some interesting emails today. And one of them was a guy saying he too was not impressed with the In-N-Out until he was told about the secret menu. And he said that's where the best food on In-N-Out is. Is on the secret
They
menu.
want to hide it.
I don't know. The secret menu is one of the weirdest things. We investigated it, a few years ago.
Adler did what I think was one of the best documentaries on secret menus I'd ever seen, which led to all of us trying to eat the was it the Meat Mountain sandwich?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the first time I remembered not eating for 48 hours.
Right.
That was huge.
After that, I had that was almost too much.
I ate the Meat Mountain, and in a rarity, my doctor called me.
Yeah.
And I picked up the phone.
Yeah.
He said, "What are you doing?" I said, "How do you know about this?" He goes, "We get an alarm when anybody eats one of these."
So
okay?
my daughter said the donkey roll on crack is probably too much.
Okay.
But I'm gonna try to go with the donkey roll. And of course I started immediately talking in the donkey voice from Shrek. Donkey. You have to do that.
Oh, sure.
And of course I did that way too much.
Way too much.
I got some negative looks from my wife.
Yeah. So
and my daughter.
did you speak like donkey or speak like Shrek referring to donkey?
I did me doing Eddie Murphy doing donkey.
Okay.
Which was not a good impersonation, but at least from a meter standpoint, I knew what I was doing.
Yeah, it didn't matter.
Donkey.
That. It didn't matter.
So I did that way too much, and everybody at the table was kind of annoyed, including the people sitting around me.
I bet they were.
But then I had to do it again when the donkey roll showed up.
I'd like to know about, and I'm terrified of what I'm about to say next.
Yeah.
I'm completely terrified,
Right.
and I may turn Greg's mic off.
Right.
Oh, boy.
When it landed on the table, did it become clear to you why it was called the donkey roll?
It was substantial. And
yes, then.
and,
It sounds like a yes.
And it was
Oh, the donkey
it was great. It was very good.
You better be glad Greg and I weren't there because
Right.
you wouldn't have taken
What
a
you
bite
got,
of it.
Bubby?
Yeah, well, you know, I was covering for y'all, going donkey,
Right.
all the
Believe
time.
I know which one's the donkey, bro.
And you know, I even maybe sung a line from 12 Gauge.
Did you
know.
really? I saw that one come. I
you
saw
know,
that.
any reference, but it was. I didn't order it myself, but I did get a bite or two, and it was very good, very good.
Did anybody, I hope, not waste the line when it was finished to say, "Well, donkey gone"?
I did not. I did not.
Well, that's a shame.
But it was good. But I just thought it was very unusual
Yeah.
that the secret menu came out. Had it in
I don't
his
understand
pocket,
the
had it
secret
in
menu.
his pocket, ready to go.
I know we've done a documentary on it. I don't understand the reason for the secret menu.
Well, Adler, I mean, I had no idea that the secret dark world of secret menus existed until Adler did this documentary.
I know.
And I don't know why it was not honored at
Yes,
Cannes.
it should have got an award.
I mean, it
Cannes,
was yeah. I mean, if it's in France, it's probably Cannes, but Cannes or Cannes or whatever.
How long ago was that documentary done, Adler? Do you know?
You and your associate producer Chris Wood.
Yeah,
That was 7 years ago.
Okay, see, I thought that because the fact
I'm
you had
still
your
full.
anniversary this past weekend, and I saw the post you put up that y'all been married 7 years. I could not believe y'all have already been married 7 years.
7 years
So you
ago.
so you
both
did
of
this
those
right before
things.
you. So yeah, because you. Hey, I hate to say it, I didn't think you were aging until I just saw this.
I forgot he had that haircut when he got married too.
Yeah.
Skin around the side.
I just looked at you in this documentary. I'm like, well, who's that little fella?
Yeah,
You know,
my grandma will mention that. She'll be like, you know, you're at your wedding, your hair looked so nice.
Oh, that's their way.
I'm like, what about now, Grandma?
How's it look today?
But you know, it's every day. I'm like, man, I can't believe 7 years ago I did that secret menu video.
Yeah.
That was.
Oh, I mean 7. I can't believe 7 years ago I was married.
That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
God, Bubba.
It was award winning.
Yeah. Secret menu donkey roll.
Rick and Bubba.
You've coached high school. You've coached, at what I call 1AA. I know they've changed the names of it.
But we're still calling it that.
At Jacksonville State and now D1. But it's football. So what are the things that, whether you're at Prattville High School, Jacksonville State University, or UAB, about football that never changes?
Yeah, I think all those things we were brought up on. My dad was a coach, your dad was a coach, and those are the things I love, that still don't change. And I know this is old school, but it still goes back to blocking and tackling and fundamentals. And I say whether you're if I'm talking offense, empty, which is if you just thought of no backs in the backfield throwing it every down, or wishbone, they both work. It's what do you believe in? What do you recruit? And in high school we couldn't do that. We kind of had who we had. So
What
I
the
think,
mama sent you. Huh?
Yeah. So the development of players as a high school coach was so key. The strength training. And I remember my dad, and you remember the old Universal machine, and it moved up, I think those guys that were on the cutting edge of development of players. That's what we had to do in high school, how we trained them, how we fed, all those things. And that's what we've tried to carry to the college level is let's develop who we've got to be the best they can be. And so all those things still go. And, of course, it always irked me when somebody in college would, some recruiters, well, it's just all about the Jimmies and Joes. Now, they do help. So recruiting's pretty important, but also we've got to develop them in every way you can develop them, and not just physically, but all the other parts, spiritually, emotionally. And I think when you pull them together, it's still about the best team. Still about the best team that's going to win.
Right. Yeah, and like you said, in this situation where you're at a UAB, you also say we need to find people that want to be here.
Correct. Yeah, and I think that was one of our things when I got, once again, I loved about high school. You knew who you were playing for. You went to church with them. You grew up with them. Right. And, you're really playing the team right across the interstate. Or and then you go to college and you're playing this team but way off. But I said, let's find out who we're playing for because, as we kind of say, what's your why? And who is your team? We talk about protecting the team. Well, our team is not just those guys in the locker room. It's the people that sent you there. The mama, the dad, the coach, the teacher. And now for us, it's for Birmingham. It's these people that fought to bring our program back. And I remind them again last night, this is who we're playing for. And I think then you're going to get the most out of them.
Well, we got the schedule, and we got that in show notes. If you want to go out and start making your plans to go see UAB, they'll start with Alabama State next Thursday, the 29th. So, we get started, and you bring in an in-state rival, and here we go.
Yeah, it's here, and I think that's the thing for us. You got Alabama State on there, you got South Alabama, and it's always funny. I was laughing. Somebody said, "Well, what is it? You feel good?" I said, "No, it's last year's behind us.
Right.
We're looking forward, and I don't think you can really get arrogant in this business because it's all about what you've done for me tomorrow."
That's right. Not just today.
You got a new stadium coming?
It's exciting. A lot of great things going on for us. Not only at our place, not only football, but UAB. We've been ranked the #1 young university 2 years in a row. Birmingham is really taking off. So thanks, guys, for having us on, and appreciate what y'all stand for today.
Can't wait to see how all this works.
Yeah. Get all the information. Yeah, it's all on Speedy. Go! RickandBubba.com under show notes. Coach Bill Clark. We'll be right back.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
It's we were discussing earlier this thing going. I guess this would be a Trump update that I have coming up next year. This is
You can't always get what you want.
incredible. Trump in the news again today. All things Trump.
Baby, vote Trump.
Trump is not going to Denmark now. He's canceled.
Rick, wait a minute. Are you telling me something's rotten in Denmark?
So
waited all morning on that one.
Something,
you were ready.
Well, something is rotten in Denmark. It looks like that Trump was going to meet with Danish Prime Minister. I can't say the name. Something Fredrickson. And so and now that has been canceled. Because
how'd you say that last name, Rick?
I said, let me see where.
Well, that is a mess, isn't it?
Fredrickson.
But it looks nothing like English.
Fredrickson.
But you sounded it right. I'm impressed. I was looking at it, going, "Man, that's a landmine."
Danish
right there.
Prime Minister. Is it Mette or Met?
Mette? How would you say that?
Mette.
But anyway, the Prime Minister called President Trump's kicking the tires of Greenland, saying we might buy Greenland from Denmark. And the Prime Minister called that absurd, and Trump now is not going to visit.
Rick and Bubba's in Ohio.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba. Pass the gravy, please. Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba. Ooh, it brings me to my knees.
35 minutes past the hour. The Rick and Bubba Show, 866 We Be Big is our number. We thank you for being with us today. Now, I know that this is Thanksgiving, and I know that you're trying to get together with some family, okay? But I want to remind you that stank breath is not the way to say hello. So if your family's coming over, be sure that you got TheraBreath. As I said, now giving other people the gift of TheraBreath can get dicey. I mean, because sometimes they're like, hey, what are you saying? So, but I'll tell you the one thing that we can do. We can actually have TheraBreath for ourselves. And be sure that we have fresh breath so the family finds the visit with us to be pleasant. You can find these products at over 100 retailers, but I know sometimes because of shelf space, you may not find every single product that TheraBreath offers at a retailer. So you can go to TheraBreath.com. All of them are there. Now, they do have the mouthwash, the toothpaste, the lozenges. You've heard us talk about those. That's a daily routine. But they also have a gum rinse that keeps your gums healthy, and that's important. They also have some whitening formulas that also are fantastic. So check all the products out by going to TheraBreath.com. There's also a list at RickandBubba.com under the sponsors button. As we approach this most wonderful time of year that features much fellowship, be sure that you have the confidence of fresh breath. And there are no products anywhere near as good as the TheraBreath products in this category. All right, so I want to ask you this, Greg. So where we live. We've got we and we hadn't had rain of any real consequence in a long time.
No,
and we've been in a drought, and part of it, no burn, all that stuff. So a pretty good rain system is coming through where we live.
Hey, wind.
So Greg, you've tried to tell me about this because you used to work for the
Southern Company. I think.
I forgot
Is there anything that you feel more helpless than for your power to go completely off, pitch black, dark, and you're in the shower?
That's tough.
That's a tough
That's
spot.
tough.
So I was in the
'Cause it's
shower.
dark in that
I
shower.
was in the shower today, and you realize, well, I can't grab a flashlight. I can't grab my
No.
phone. I can't grab a candle.
Maybe soap.
Right. So I'm just like, well, here I stand with water hitting me. I'm completely
Yeah,
naked.
can't see.
And I'm in pitch black, and I'm like, okay, so I think you've taught me what this is, and like a fool, it came back on. So I thought, I guess I'm good. So I'd go and all the clocks that it messed up, I'd set again. Then it would do the same thing again.
Yeah.
And then they'd all be off again. And then I would do things, which was hilarious. My power went on and off before I finally just left the house at least 8 times.
Yeah.
Before I went. So what is that? A tree that keeps
Something
falling
blowing in it.
It just blows in it, and it thinks
it'll
it's got-
see it once,
Right.
And then it'll go back and it's gone, and it'll come back on.
The funny thing was
And then it keeps getting in it.
Was watching me try to think, okay, I'm back to regular life, and as soon as I would try to do something that required light, boom, it'd go
Yeah,
off again,
something
go
was-
off again,
it
and
falling
then it
in
would
it.
come back on.
trying to clear
then it would go off again.
Yeah.
And so, but the
Now, if it goes 1, 2,
3,
there you go. It's off.
right. This one was the
Or just, and if you go just from on to completely off and there's nothing sound, then you got a big one.
Yeah.
That one's instantaneous. It
what
took it all out.
what happens? What was happening to me today? It would go off, and it would stay off maybe 2-3 minutes. Whoop, come back on.
No, that's a
Full,
long
full.
one.
It's kinda long.
And look, then it would go. Whoop. But there would be long pauses in
Yeah.
between.
Yeah,
And
that's kinda long,
that-
but
how about
yeah,
there was
something
there was enough pauses for me to do things like sit down and go, well. And I made the decision. So I'm not going to wake Sherry up because I don't even know that we can get in reading the Bible this morning, whatever, because that requires a lot. And I guess I could get out my phone. But I sat down. I said, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't get it. And it would go off. Then I go, I'm going to go over and get my field of greens. And then I'd go, got a clock set. And but the worst one was when I was sitting there in the shower, and I'm like, all right, if it doesn't come back on, what do you do here? I mean, I guess you can find a towel because I've got a towel laying close to the door. And I guess I can start drying off, but I mean, trying to find your clothes and trying to, you certainly can't brush your teeth, and I guess you can go over and start feeling around, and that
forget how much you depend on it.
Yeah, you really when the lights go, it really is. You start to think to yourself,
Where you're used to it.
But they finally cleared up and stayed on.
I don't know. I mean, when I left, it was still doing that.
Uh-oh.
So I mean,
Something laying in it,
it could. And I looked when I was leaving, up and down the road to see if I could see it, but I didn't see it.
Yeah.
So I don't know where it is. But is that what that means? It's just laying in it.
Something's getting in it somewhere. But
Is
it's
it
coming back out.
is it blowing into it and it goes, oh, we got problems, and it comes back out?
Yeah, or hanging, touch, fall, just different things.
Yeah.
It's just not getting enough fault current to lock it out.
Yeah, that was
It's underground. You wouldn't have that problem.
Well, there you go. Don't you
No,
love?
you still would. 'Cause there's overhead.
There we go.
somewhere.
you love. Yeah, but you were talking about that your daughter got to town and y'all went out and apparently discovered the secret menu which features the donkey roll.
Donkey.
We had trying to
roll.
figure out our Thanksgiving is just this year. So we have, first of all, even though I have kids in their 30s, okay, they still seemed at times communicate as if the weirdest thing was my oldest son who I'll just look. He sent me an original text, okay? See if this, and I tried to review it with him last night. So let's go back. All right, so there's the text he sent me about what's going to happen with him coming to town for Thanksgiving, okay? The original text. Are you ready for this? See how you would read this. This goes back to Thursday of last week, okay?
Oh, wow.
Hey, it just starts like this. Hey, I'll be around Monday and Tuesday. Joining Priscilla, his wife, in Atlanta on Wednesday and Thursday. Going to be headed back to Birmingham on Friday. I was thinking maybe we could hunt Saturday morning, which I told you yesterday. Maybe let's head down the farm late Friday. And then we could watch the Iron Bowl, which I don't know why he wants to do that. But
on that big TV.
Yeah, but no, he's already told me he won't stay there. And then we'll head to Atlanta later that night before heading back to New York. All right, so do y'all see anything in that text that features him being in Birmingham on Saturday, this past Saturday? The word Saturday is not even in this text.
What's
He said hunt. He
said hunt Saturday
morning.
That's this Saturday. I'm talking about back. Look back. So based on this, since he's opening line, I'll be around Monday and Tuesday. What does that tell you? He should only have been here yesterday, right?
Yeah.
That was Monday. I'll be around Monday and Tuesday. There's no mention of the weekend.
Back.
I get a text from him Friday night. Just landed in Atlanta.
This past Friday.
Yeah, this past Friday. Going to be dry. Hey, is there any way we can get my car tomorrow? Because his car's down at the farm. I was like, buddy, I got you coming in Monday. What are you talking about? What about tomorrow? I said, no, we have a wedding tomorrow. There's no way to manage.